planning on hitting the road this holiday season? Now, whether you're taking a plane, train, or automobile home to visit loved ones, it's no secret that travel can be especially hectic this time of year. If you're not sure how to maybe prep the family car for a cross-country road trip, or you want to cut those costs on gas, or if you're not sure how to keep the kids occupied during those long rides, don't worry. Travel expert Laura Powell has the latest travel tips to get you where you need to be this holiday season. Laura, I don't even know where to begin the planning process.
That's always the trick, isn't it? Well, the first thing is obviously decide on where you're going. And then if you need to make any reservations for hotel rooms and the like, do it now in order to lock in some decent rates and to make sure that there is room at the inn. And then you could start progressively planning as the trip gets closer.
And I know I said at the beginning whether going plane, train, or automobile, but let's zoom in on the driving portion. What's some tips for if we're going to be doing it as a road trip?
Well, Auto Trader has some really good ideas. They suggest taking your car into a dealer to get the oil changed, the fluids checked, the tire pressure checked in advance of the trip so that you're nice and safe and ready to go. Another thing is to have a game plan for the kids in the back seat. So bringing along snacks, downloading movies and games for them to play in the back seat, bringing along books, just making sure the kids are occupied. And the other thing is leaving yourself plenty of time, because there is going to be extra traffic. There are going to be extra hassles. If you prepare for the extra time, then it's not going to stress you out as much.
Well, what about also that money-saving tip that we're all always looking for as well? Is there something we can save on?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'd say get emergency roadside service coverage. That way, if your car breaks down, you don't have to worry about paying a fortune for that. The other thing is for shorter trips, consider bringing along an electric vehicle where you don't even have to pay for gas. The Kia Soul EV was actually named Motor Week's best eco-friendly vehicle, and it's really a great car. Obviously, it's an economical car. You don't have to pay for gas. It's got great features. It has a smartphone app where you could actually either heat up the car or cool it off before you even get in, and you could charge it anywhere. So again, for a shorter trip, you might want to consider an electric vehicle to save on the fuel costs.
Now also, once we get there, we've already taken the road trip. Now we need to know where we're going to stay. Of course, we all can't stay at Grandma's house. There's only so many rooms. What about if we need a place to stay?
You know, I think it's a really good idea for families to look for all-suite hotels. Places like Embassy Suites and Homewood Suites, which are both part of Hilton's all-suite portfolio, offer rooms that have separate sleeping and living accommodations. So there's actually room to spread out. And at Embassy Suites, you get a free cook-to-order breakfast, and there's also an evening social hour. So that can save families a lot of money. At Homewood Suites, they also have a free breakfast, but they also have in-room kitchens. So you can actually do a little cooking in your room. You can even make a pie to bring to Grandma's for dinner. And so in this way, you're saving not only on the lodging cost, because you basically have 2 rooms for the price of 1, but you're also able to save on meals as well.
Well, and of course, with all of this stuff going on, the traveling and gift giving and all of that, sometimes maybe our minds are going a little bit too fast and we have a hard time sleeping. Do you have something to help us there as well?
Yeah, it's so true. Well, first of all, don't eat too many sweets in the evening. But second of all, if you just can't fall asleep on an occasional night, bring along ZzzQuil. Basically, you take it 20 minutes later. You are off to sleep for about 8 hours. You'll wake up in the morning feeling really refreshed and energetic and ready for whatever the next day brings you on your holiday trip.
Laura, you have really covered a lot of stuff for us today. But if we do want some more tips or to cover any of the ones you've already gone over, where can I get them?
We will have all sorts of good travel information for holiday travelers at dailysuitcase.com. So all throughout the holiday season, check back to dailysuitcase.com, and hopefully we'll be able to help you make your travels easier.
Thank you so much.
Sure, thank you.
But don't travel anywhere just yet, everyone. We have more show for you after the break.